In this video, I'm going to show you how to make the tedious side of selling on Amazon as fast and simple as possible. Because when I first started selling on Amazon, sending in an FBA shipment and just managing the back end of my business felt super complicated, but now it's easier than ever. I'm going to assume you have a product that you're ready to send into Amazon FBA, which means that step one of making our Amazon FBA shipment is going to be to go ahead and load up Boxum. Boxum is the best software for your business for tracking analytics, making shipments, listing products, all the boring back end stuff on your Amazon business that you want to make as fast as possible. And in order to start creating this Amazon FBA shipment, we just need to go ahead and press create shipment. In this case, we're going to select Amazon as our marketplace. You can also create Walmart shipments on Boxum if you want. We'll go ahead and name our shipment. I'm just going to use testing. We'll also go ahead and set the fulfillment type. In this case, we're making an FBA shipment. If you want to list FBM products, it's very simple to do so here. Go ahead and set the ship from address, the shipping method. So for most new sellers, this is going to be SPD, where you're basically just shipping in smaller boxes. If you're making a pallet, shipping a bunch at a time, that's where you'll use the LTL shipments. And then for today, I'm going to be using 2D barcodes. These are something that you can use on Boxum, which typically help my products sell a couple days faster on average. So it's a big cash flow booster. If you do select Boxum provided box contents, it can be a smart idea if you have a lot of items where they're identical and you're able to make identical boxes. If you use Boxum provided box contents and you submit 5 identical boxes to Amazon, you're going to be given an option with 0 placement fees. Personally, this isn't something I do a ton because I typically find the 2D barcode option to get my products available for sale a little bit quicker. And unless you're sending a really heavy shipment in, 2D barcodes is typically going to lead to the cheaper shipment option anyway. We'll also go ahead and autofill the list price. So as we're listing, it'll go ahead and list above the current buy box. And then when I'm making shipments, I usually turn this on so that it saves me a click on every single item. I'm going to leave it off just so I can show you how every single step of the process works. But as part of making an FBA shipment, we do need to print out FN SKU labels, which I will show you what those are and how to put those on your items. But typically I will turn this on because it will automatically print those labels, save me some time. And then you also always want to submit as much information as possible, especially buy cost, supplier, date purchased. That way, when you're going into your analytics and trying to figure out what your Amazon business is actually making, you're going to be able to see everything all broken down. So you can see here's an example month for my business. Here's the cost of goods. I'm able to break down all the different Amazon fees that we paid, the margin, refund percent, all the important stuff that you need to know about your Amazon business. So it's important that you store all that information in your metadata here. That way your analytics are going to be correct. Now that we've got that taken care of, let's go ahead and create the shipment. The way that Amazon works, if you're ready to list a product that you already have listed in your store, you can go ahead and search for that name, ASIN, UPC, title, whatever is easiest. I'm going to use an auto ungated product that we can just use that as an example product. If you haven't yet made any listings, don't worry, it's super easy on Boxum. You just go over to inventory. If you don't have the products listed yet, just go to inventory and then list FBA. From here, you're able to list any product that's already on Amazon using the name, SKU, ASIN, UPC, etc. You can see all the different options here, just so you can see how it works when you want to list one of these new items. Just search like a Stafford t-shirt again, and go ahead and press new SKU right here. And as we're creating the listing, just go ahead and fill out what you paid for it, what you want to list it for, the supplier, if you want to store that information. So let's say you got these from Nordstrom or something like that. We can also go ahead and set the date purchase. So I'm just going to use today's date as an example. That way, when you are creating the listings, Boxum will automatically generate a very info-rich SKU for you. This is really useful because as we're going through and managing our inventory, we want to know, hey, where did I buy that from? I want to restock it. And hey, what did I pay for it? Can I afford to lower my price? Do I need to raise my price? How long have I had this item in stock? You look at this 6 months from now, oh, I haven't sold this yet, and July 30th is still in the SKU. It's time for me to lower the price and make some sales for sure. So you just want to see as much information as possible when you're listing the product. But let's go ahead and add that listing there, and you'll just repeat that process for as many new listings as you want to add to your Amazon store. You'll just press submit FBA listings, and then with the way that Amazon works, we typically have to wait 15 to 30 minutes for all the listings to finalize, although I have seen it be faster. Just want to give you the heads up that you do have to wait for Amazon to confirm some of this information. But now that we've got that taken care of, we can go ahead and continue the shipment process. So let's go ahead and list that first Stafford t-shirt we were talking about, set the list price, the buy cost, set our quantity. So in this case, let's just say we want to send in 10 of these. I'm just use testing as my example supplier here. We can always change this as well on a shipment by shipment basis. So if you want it to store different suppliers, so you know which suppliers are actually making you the most money, definitely take care of that there. Go ahead and add that to our shipment. And then that's also going to update our profit tile. So you can see in this case, we'd be so far expected to make about 15 bucks in profit selling this item. And just so you guys can see how it works when you have multiple different items that you're listing, I'm just going to use another example product that I actually found at my local retail store. So we'll go ahead and add Ross as our supplier. Then we'll go ahead and add this to our shipment as well. So now we've got our total estimated profit, our cost of goods, our total estimated revenue. At this point in the process, if you're someone who's serious about building a little bit of a network, finding some other Amazon sellers to work with, this is a great thing to share on social media, show people you're serious about shipping a bunch of good stuff off to Amazon. Amazon. Not going to hurt anything, just to share some basic stats there. And if you want to make sure other people see that, for sure, go ahead and tag me. I'll retweet you guys, whatever you want to take care of there. I would love to see you guys flexing some awesome shipments going out all over social media. It's always fun to see. But now that we've got 2 products in here, I'm going to go ahead and continue. If you want to send 100 units, if you want to send 1,000 products, whatever you want to do, you'll just continue adding until you're done. But I'm going to go ahead and submit that off. And now we are ready to go ahead and start adding these 2 boxes. So step 1, we tell Amazon what products we have, what we want to sell them for, and how many we have. On step 2, we need to specify of the products we're sending into Amazon, which products are in each specific box that we're sending off to Amazon. And while we're here, I also want to make note of the fact that if you ever need specific special labels for your products, not only can you print your FN SKU labels, you can also print other types of common labels that you might need. So I used to have to buy these like on Amazon all the time, but now you can just go ahead and print them out through Boxem. So if you want to print out a sold as set sticker, if you want a suffocation warning, a fragile label, you can also just make custom labels. So you type whatever you want in here and it will generate that automatic PDF for you right there. So you can just go ahead and print that out on your standard label printer, which, by the way, this is also the point in the video where we need to talk about labels and printers and that kind of thing. So to set this up on Boxem, you will just go to the print settings. Make sure you download Boxem Print. This is a software that will automatically interface with your printer. And this will also remove a bunch of errors, printer headaches. We've all been there fighting a printer, that kind of thing. As long as you download Boxem Print, it will take care of a lot of the headache for you. And then you'll just go ahead in here and select the printer you want to use. Go ahead and select the label size. So usually I use a Rollo printer and 2x1 FN SKU labels. And then as far as box labels, you'll just go ahead and get 4x6 labels. And in this case, I'm also printing those out on a Rollo printer. You can see right down here. And I didn't even need to select the label size just because Boxem Print already automatically figured out the right size to go ahead and print those out on. I just wanted to point that out if you're having any issues with printing and that kind of thing. I know it's no fun to battle a printer, and that's why Boxem makes this as simple as possible. If you need help anything, support at boxem.com is always happy to help as well. And then also up here on this top row, this is where we can go ahead and edit the box details over time as well. And something that's especially cool is if you want to save a certain box size as a template, then you can say this 22 by 18 by 18, 40 pounds. We can go ahead and save that as a template. Let's just name it testing right there, just so you can see how it works. That way, if you end up sending in similar boxes very often, you don't have to punch in the new dimensions, that kind of thing over and over again. You can just go in here and either set it as the default, if that's like the standard Walmart box or Home Depot box, whatever you like to use. Basically, the simple way it works, we can just go ahead and say, hey, we got one of these. We can go ahead and save that. And then you're going to notice it added another identical box to that right there. But I'm going to go ahead and delete that. And once we get to the actual step where we're assigning these items to boxes, keep in mind, you can mix products in a box. You can add whatever you want to boxes. Just don't let the box go over 25 inches or over 50 pounds. And then you'll also see all the different prep that is required on these items. So typically at this stage in the process is where I'm actually going to be polybagging it and labeling the items and so on. And then as an additional note, if you have a Bluetooth scanner like this one right here, I got this on Amazon for 40 bucks. We can actually use this Bluetooth scanner to scan the barcodes on the items. See, it's ready for me to scan these items. When I scan those items, it's going to automatically add it to this box and it will print that FN SKU label. So that's something that's just like a nice time saver. You scan the barcode, pick up the item, put the FN label on it, put it right down in the box. And that way you only have to touch each item once. So another really big time saver when you use Boxem there. If you don't want to use the scan, if you find it easier to just add it manually, you can also go ahead and do that. We can just go ahead and assign all of these to box 1 right here. Or in this case, let's say you got 2 boxes, you just want to split them evenly. You can just go right here and then split those quantities evenly and save that. Lots of different ways to add these items. If you'd rather drag and drop, you can do that as well. So you can see if I drag 10 of those toys right there. Again, lots of different options for you to add these products to boxes, whatever is simplest for your workflow. I'd recommend playing around with multiple different options there. And if you did enable that setting on the very beginning of the shipment creation process where you automatically print the FN SKU when it gets added to the box, if you'd rather do that than scanning, it's going to automatically print out the FN SKU labels, which you can see will look just like this. And then once you have one of these FN SKU labels, I'm going to go ahead and print out one so you can see how it works. So that's given me a little label that looks like this right here. I'm going to take that original product that I want to sell on Amazon. You see it has a barcode on it already. So I just need to take this label, peel it off, and then put this sticker over the original barcode on your item. See, I'm looking in a mirror, a little tricky. You know, but that'd do the trick, right? You just need to make sure that you scan over the barcode. That way, when the item gets to Amazon, they don't accidentally scan the original UPC barcode and mess up the way that items get checked into Amazon. You need to make sure that you're getting credit for your items being checked in and actually sold. So that's basically what an FN SKU label will do for you. So now that we've got everything added to boxes, we've got the weights confirmed, we've got the dimensions confirmed. For this, you will need like a shipping scale and a tape measure, that kind of thing. Again, very cheap supplies that you can get on Amazon. But now we've got it all boxed up. We'll go ahead and continue on. And now we're basically just going to get the labels and formalize things with Amazon. After all the information is sent off to Amazon, you're going to see some quotes for the shipping here as well. So you can see here we sent like an 80-pound example shipment, and this is going to cost us about 27 bucks to send to another warehouse in Florida. And then you can also see multiple multiple other options so that you always know you're getting the best price on shipping when you buy through Boxem, which by the way, if you did do the optimized shipments, which I was talking about, where you get those 5 identical boxes created, you would get a 4 shipment option here. In this case, because I wanted to take advantage of those 2D barcodes, I just went ahead and generated 3 shipment options. And like I said, that's what I typically end up doing. Here in this case, we'll just go ahead and continue and accept the $27 to ship all these items off. And now that we've confirmed all that information with Amazon, you can see our shipment is complete. All we need to do now is go ahead and print out the UPS and FBA box labels. And I'll just show you what that PDF will look like here. This is going to print out on those 4x6 shipping labels. You can see it's got the 2D barcode. This is what's going to help your check-in times when you're making shipments on Boxem. Just the FBA box label. The only rule with these labels is not to put them over the seam of the box, like where Amazon's going to cut the box open. So I usually just put it on the side of the box and then schedule a UPS pickup. You can pay UPS anywhere from $6 to $12 depending on your location for them to come drive to you and pick up those boxes. I didn't know about that for too long, so that's a nice, like, very cheap time saver, and then you're ready to go and get back to sourcing more inventory. And as you create those shipments, don't forget to stay on track of the analytics. In the analytics dashboard on Boxem, you'll be able to see how much inventory you have, any items that you've had in stock for too long, just all the important information that you need to know about managing your Amazon business. So now that you know the best way to make shipments to send into Amazon FBA, make sure you grab a 2-week free trial of Boxem down below. Let me know if you have any questions, comments, anything like that. Always happy to chat with you guys down below. I remember making that first FBA shipment. I wish I had somebody I could ask some questions. So if that's you, drop a comment down below, or you can also reach out directly to Boxem. We have team members that will walk you through how to make your first shipment on Boxem if you want to take advantage of that as well. But I really appreciate you watching this video, and if you want to see the absolute best way to find profitable products to fill up your Amazon account, go ahead and click this video right here.